Okay, so we are recording. I'm going to go ahead and get started by introducing myself so I don't forget to do that because I usually forget that part. So I'm Melanie Price, one of the leaders here in the Raise Your Rank group. Super excited that we're in week 5. You guys are doing great. I've been watching over the weeks. Each one of us, as you know, post once a day, but I've been watching your responses over the weeks, and I like what I see. I'm seeing more confidence. I hope that you guys are feeling that way. You definitely should be proud of yourself to be at week 5 and being this consistent. So no matter what happens, you are building momentum. So I'm going to start the call with I'm going to give you a little background on me, but I don't want to take too much time. But my background kind of is the reason or what I'm talking about. So my topic tonight is you, PD, and community. So these are the 3 things that you need on your Beachbody journey. You need to be connected to you, why you're here, what you're doing. You need to be plugged into personal development, and you also need to be plugged into community. And these are the 3 things that really made me who I am today as a coach, which is much better than the coach that I started out. I mean, I started out super excited, super passionate, and I am still that way. But what I will say is that there are bumps along the road. I've been a coach for 4.5 years. I am 2-star diamond coach, and it's not always easy, and sometimes it gets lonely. And so that's why I say find or build your tribe. You don't have to even find your tribe. You have an upline. We have this group, but build your tribe, because that is what will keep you connected. That is what will keep you going. So in October 2014 is when I signed as a coach. 21-day fix. I just wanted to get my nutrition right. And within 5 to 7 days, everything changed. Like everything changed. I felt amazing. Of course, I was drinking Shakeology, but I was following the nutrition plan, and my whole life changed at that point. And so I decided immediately to become a coach. So that was October. By December 2014, I started my first challenge group. It was me and my sister, because she was the first coach that I signed. Then I signed my husband. So we started out on this journey together. I highly recommend you find that special someone, success partner, sibling, spouse, whatever it is, somebody that you can always go to, because if it weren't for her, I would not be sitting here right now. So many times she has picked me up, dusted me off, and pushed me forward. And I do the same for her. So know that along the way, you're going to need your team. You're going to need your upline. You're going to need your downline. You're going to need to invest in yourself, invest in personal development, and create your community, your tribe. So I want to start with, I actually thought I was going to be the speaker last week. I was totally off. So I've had this message planned for a couple of weeks, and it just so happens that today's National Wake Up Call is a lot like my plan. So if you guys have not plugged into the National Wake Up Call every week, definitely start that as a personal development tool on your Mondays. Like that can be your Monday PD. But if you didn't get a chance to listen to it today, please put that on your task or things to do when you're folding laundry. I think that was a really good message to hear today, and it kind of goes along with what I'm saying. But since my message is about you, personal development, and community, I wanted to share something that I came across last week in my morning devotion, and it hit me right then. I have to share this with everyone in this group and with my team. So it's what I'm calling it, your Beachbody adventure. And if you have pen and paper, write down these 3 things. Your Beachbody adventure, you need to have 3 promises that you claim for yourself. Like you have to claim this, guys. You have to put it inside here, because when you hit those bumps, when you hit those challenges, when you hit those low points, when you get that voice in your head that either you put there or somebody else planted there, you need to remember this. Number one, you have a life gift. A life gift. You have a gift that only you can give. You have a gift that only you can give. Number two, someone has a need that only you can meet. All right, that's powerful, guys. There's someone out there who needs you to share your gift, to share your Beachbody gift, your resources, your time, your smile, whatever it is. You were created to share that with someone, and many people in our situation. Number three, joy, that thing inside, not the dollar signs, nothing else. Joy is the journey where your gift and the need collide. So those are the three things that you need to bury deep down inside you, because you need to know that you are unique, you are special. You don't have to do anything except be yourself. There are lots of things you can learn to do. You can learn how to be better on social media. You can learn how to run a challenge group. You can learn how to, make pretty pictures on Instagram. Those are not the things that connect you to people. You are the thing that connects you to people. It is your gift, something that you have that's unique about you. And if you don't know what that is, take inventory of you. Take inventory of things that are unique about you, that you like about yourself, and the things that are easy for you to share. And you can find that talent. You can find that connection when you take inventory of your personal thoughts, talents, and passions. So that is your Beachbody adventure, those three things. But now, along the way, as I mentioned, there are hard times and there are bumps in the road. But those are the things that make you who you are, that develop your unique talents and gifts and make you stronger. And those are the things that enable you to connect with others. So use them. Use your weaknesses. Use your challenges. Use the bumps in the road. Use your mistakes. Turn them into an opportunity to relate to others. And the message today in the National Wake Up Call mirrors that. And she had really good points about that. So please go back, watch or listen to the National Wake Up Call. So this is the you part, the part where you need to connect with to keep you going, that why you're here, why you're doing this. But I also want to share something about personal development. I got this book. It's kind of funny, I was like, personal development, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know if I was into it or not. I'm not a good reader, so I have never finished this book. I got to page 11, and I just want to share with you. Now, I did get further than that, but page 11 was pivotal for me. And this is definitely a book that now that I have found Audible, I will definitely purchase that and listen to this book again. But I wanted to share with you the moment where my mind shifted. And I can't tell you exactly if it was month 3 or month 4. I don't know exactly. But I got this book from Beachbody. I assume it was for Making Success Club or Success Starter or something. But it changed me, and it changed the way I felt about personal development. So I don't know if you're plugged into it. I definitely think you should require it of yourself. But here's what got me. Let's start at the beginning, your mirror. John Maxwell has written a wonderful leadership book, which I've mentioned in the group before, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. In this book, John discusses one of his laws, which I did share with you all, the law of the lid. I love this. It's so simple. Basically, he says there is a lid on my organization and on my future. And the lid is me. I am the problem with my company, and you are the problem with your company. Your education, character, capacity, ability, and your vision are limiting your company. You want to know what is holding back your dreams from becoming a reality? Go look in the mirror. So guys, this opened my eyes because I was scared. I was scared that I wouldn't keep my momentum. I wouldn't make Success Club. I was scared to message people. I had a success group that I had started that I was scared would lose, people and that there would be no one in there. But what I realized was that was a lid. That was something that was holding me back. And in order to overcome that fear, I had to break through that lid. And that is really what propelled me forward. So having that, knowing that I had something to offer, knowing that I have a life gift to give. And with Beachbody, that was revealed to me. I had no idea that it would be Beachbody coaching, that it would be helping people with nutrition and health. That's not my background. Even though it's personally my background, it was not my career background. But, opening myself up to personal development is what keeps me going. Now, the third thing for me that is the most important thing, it's all important. Personal development is really important. But nobody makes me read. Nobody makes me listen to the Audible. The thing that makes me keep going every day is my group, my team, my accountability group. They are my team. Every person in there is a part of my downline. Michelle and I, my sister, we started in December 2014. The same group is open today. We simply built off of what we started all those years ago. So there's 700 and something people in there. So they are customers and coaches or customers and coaches of our coaches. So if you watch the Power Pockets video, which was part of this Raise Your Rank challenge before you started, Keisha talked about how she runs one team for her team, and it really enables all of them to work together. And when they get a coach, they're getting a whole team of coaches. That is basically how Michelle and I have developed our challenge group. And it started really small. It started with 3 people. And then the next month, because we had non-negotiable goal of making Success Club every single month, we were adding 3 people every month. And soon our coaches were adding 3 people. Not all coaches, have the same non-negotiable goals, but our group is open to anyone who purchases a challenge pack and joins us. And we change the theme from month to month. Right now we're doing weekly challenges. Sometimes we do monthly challenges. Sometimes we do cash challenges where they put money in a pot, or we do prize packs, things like that. But the reason the challenge group has been so important, I listed the things that the challenge group has done for me. People come on, they get a challenge pack because they want the resources and they want the support. But what I have found over time is I get more from them. As a coach, I am showing up every day for my team because that's my accountability piece, because they're coming there for me and for themselves and for others. We're all working together. It is what creates our team culture. And so, building that over time has created a team of women, mostly. We do have a few good men. I always say we have a few good men in there, but that is what creates the support system. Had we decided, and I think for a while we did do monthly challenge groups starting over, but what we found was we were missing the dynamics of those challengers who had been on a program for 3 or 4 months. We were missing their support, the additional support that sometimes your people, your coaches, your customers need. We have found through holding this large challenge group that sometimes my coaches and customers need to hear from Michelle, or sometimes her people need to hear from me. And, I don't know, Darlene is in here, but, sometimes I reach down through the downline and I pick up her people and, she's working. So if her people are asking questions, I can see that and I can help. I can support my coaches and support her customers at the same time. So what that has done is build a really strong, not only challenge group community, but it has built a strong team community. Another thing that it does is it keeps us all motivated. It keeps us accountable. It keeps us motivated. And here's something really important. It keeps us inviting. It's something extra that we have to offer. It's not a test group. It's a personal group where you're going to be surrounded by not only your coach, but other coaches and their teams as well. Now, I've never had anybody yet say this group is too big for me, because not all 700 people are participating at the same time. People fall off and people come back. So here's another thing that I never anticipated being an asset to holding this team-wide challenge group, but it creates a warm market. Those people, those customers and those coaches who fell off, who had life changes, who moved, who went on vacation and never got back on, canceled, they come back. They're in the group. They didn't get kicked out just because they decided it wasn't good time for them. They're there. They're still watching. They're still seeing what new programs are out there. They're seeing the success that other people in the group are having. And so when you follow up with them after, say a month, you check in on them. Sometimes they respond, sometimes they don't. You got another challenge group coming up. You reach out to them. Did you notice in the group we have another challenge? You just have a warm market that's easy to approach. They already know the program. They've already had some success with it. And when they're ready, it's an easy, get back into the group. Here's your challenge pack. Let's go. So that's been a really nice, especially over 4 years. It's been a nice asset to be able to have this warm market right there in the group that you are exposed to, or they're exposed to you daily. If they're getting the notifications. And 9 times out of 10, we're finding out they're watching because I run into them and they're like, yeah, I love that post. So they're always watching, guys. Even on your post, in your challenge groups, whatever, they might be quiet, but they're always watching. Don't ever think that you're not reaching someone. So it keeps our team growing. It keeps our team engaged. And like I said, it keeps a warm market because we don't take anyone out. Now, if they choose to leave the group, then that's fine. They can always come back with a challenge pack. But that is how we keep our groups together. Now, sometimes we will do a private group for a brand new program because everybody's doing the same program. Everybody needs the same thing for the program. So we've used my Challenge Tracker app. We've used separate challenge groups. But the main thing is the challenge group is what keeps me motivated. It's what keeps me showing up on the days that I personally don't feel like it. And so many times I show up, somebody's already there. Well, I'm not the early bird. We've got girls working out at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. They've already showed up. They've already posted their workout. They've already posted their Shakeology, their breakfast. How can I not do what I'm supposed to do as a coach when they're showing up before I am even awake? It really does push and motivate me. And it just is a continuous effect. So I want to encourage you, if you're in a challenge group, participate, be supportive. I don't know, if your upline has a challenge group or if you personally have a challenge group. I encourage you to build it and grow it and make it your community. So if it's something that you're not doing, I definitely would consider starting it. How you do it is up to you, but I've done it many different ways. I find Facebook is just a little more quaint and cozy. People know how to work it. I feel like my Challenge Tracker app, they go in, they log, and they get out. They don't really even look at the posts, but that's just me personally, and maybe just the people I attract. I don't know. But one thing I want to say is if you are considering, running your own groups, or your upline does it and they let you know when their next challenge is or what the theme is, Melanie Mitro, actually Darlene in this group shared this training with me. Melanie Mitro put out a training, and I will put the link in the post of the Zoom link that I did today. I will add the link there for the training. I think the training was actually called, where is it? Posting with Purpose or something like that. I actually didn't know what I was about to watch. I just knew that Darlene recommended it, so I started watching it. But it's actually about how to plan your post around your challenge groups. And she really goes into great detail. You get an insight in what she does for her challenge groups and how she plans her posts for her challenge group. So I highly recommend you checking that out. I mean, I could hardly listen to it without wanting to get to work and wanting to, get dates on the calendar and, be more proactive about my own posting and my own scheduling of challenge groups. So I don't see any chats, but I do want to take a few minutes since we have it to answer any questions. It doesn't have to be related to anything I spoke about. It can be anything. I would love to know if you want to put in the side chat, has anybody rank advanced? Is anyone close? If not, don't worry. If you're doing the daily task, maybe you just need to be a little more present on your follow-ups, a little more persuasive even with your follow-ups. Don't be afraid to shine your light, to shine the resources that you are able to offer someone. You have to wholeheartedly believe that you have something special to offer them. I know you do. I 100% believe in what I'm doing, what I'm offering. I can talk on the phone. I actually did this today and told someone, you need to do this. All you have to do, the plan, Shakeology, the workouts, they're already proven. All you have to do is do it. So sometimes you just need to be, as a matter of fact, with people, because they don't really know and they're very doubtful. They're doubtful of themselves and they're doubtful of spending money and they're doubtful of what they're getting. But if you let them know, the plan's already proven. The program's been tested. These fitness programs are tested sometimes 2 and 3 times before they ever come out. And now with the new, coach challenge groups, they have even more results to show. It wouldn't be available if it didn't work. So we have to instill the belief in the program and help them believe in themselves. So does anybody have any questions? This thing is automatically going to turn off when we hit that 30-minute mark. Let's see. Thanks, Erin. Yes, don't be afraid to send your conversations to your upline to help with wording if needed. And that's, always ask, guys. We don't get anywhere if we don't ask, if we don't open up and use our community. So communities aren't just your challenge groups. Community can be a success partner. Community can be your upline, your team group. Use it. I always try to tell my challengers early on in the very beginning, don't wait on me. Just go in the group and ask the question. Because that way you connect. If we stay in our head and we wonder and we doubt and we get overwhelmed, we can talk ourselves into a hole. Always try to open yourself up. Take that lid off. Remove the lid. Ask the questions. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. The 2 things that I really had to push past, and my sister helped me, was private message. Just send people messages. And I can't tell you how often they thank me, even if they're not going to order. They're like, I really appreciate that you keep checking in on me. So I don't feel bad for bugging people. I do say, I'm really not trying to bug you, but got a new group starting and I don't want you to be left out if now is your time. So if you just don't think too much about it, and what I try to tell my new coaches is just talk in your phone like you're talking to someone at Target. You just ran into them, hit that record, and just say whatever you think you would say in person, then go back and tweak it and send it to somebody. Copy it and send it to 10 somebodies. So any other questions? And no questions so far. So you guys are doing good. So what I would suggest, since we're almost done with this group, that you go ahead and have a plan when this group is over. How are you going to stay consistent with your BAT, with your Power Pockets? Have you found that they work for you? Are you working them first? Can't say something's not working if you're not working it. So check in with yourself. Here you are, you've got another week and a half before this ends. Of course, you're never done. It's never over. This is just a journey. But you do want to capitalize on this momentum. If you've been posting every day, that's something to capitalize on. I found myself in a hard spot today because normally I want to invite on Mondays. I do things a little bit differently. I do pockets, but when I feel like inviting, I like to do all my inviting at one time. It's kind of like painting. And I guess you'd have to be an artist to understand this. I'm not an artist, but I do like painting and drawing and things like that. But when you're in that mood, or cleaning, when you're in that mood, you just want to get it all done. So that's what I try to do. I try to do my invites on Monday, but guess what? I've been on spring break and I really wasn't good about posting about challenge groups, about 3-day refresh, or any of that. So I found it hard to invite today because I didn't have that resource to draw from. I didn't have anything really since beginning of last week. So it's important that you're making at least one post a day that you can go back to and look at who liked it, or in your stories, who saw it, and you can go back and start conversations. A lot of people are watching you. Don't be afraid to just start talking to them. Sometimes you have to be the friend to get the friend. I always tell my kids this, but when you show up and you don't know anybody, you're all going to stand there looking at each other until somebody reaches out and says, hey, what's up? You have to be that person in this business. You are that person. You have to be the one who initiates the conversations 90% of the time. But it's worth it. And it may take a year, it may take 2 years of conversations here and there, but it's worth it. So just keep remembering who you are, that you have a gift, you have a talent, you have this Beachbody resource to share, and someone out there needs it. And when you have the opportunity to put those two things together, it is magic. It is excitement. Every time I connect with someone, even before they buy a challenge pack, I get super excited. That adrenaline rushes inside me. And then they're ready and they want the challenge pack and they want to start. And then it's like overflowing joy that happens inside. And that's what this Beachbody adventure is all about. The rest of it, the perks, Success Club, the trips, the income, to me, is all icing on the cake. And I will say, I meant to share this in the beginning. I am 4.5 years in, but I wanted to share a big milestone. Last year, 2018, both my sister and I doubled our income. So it really is slow and steady wins the race. We didn't do anything different last year. It was just the accumulation of that consistency, that non-negotiable Success Club every single month. Some months we break our necks to hit 5, and some it's like we can't keep up. We're hitting 12, I think my best was 16. Nothing like top coaches, but guess what? I'm still making a wonderful additional income for my family, and I'm doing it in my home where my family life is. I don't have to skip or miss a beat. So it's an opportunity. So not only do you have resources for health and fitness, but you have resources to help people become successful, to build additional income, to live out their dreams. I would say this is a lot more about me fulfilling my personal goal of being successful. And I didn't know what that was, but now I know how it feels. Being successful is a feeling for me. It's actually not a rank. It's not a dollar amount. It's not a weekly amount. Yeah, I have those goals, but achieving them will not determine whether I'm successful. It's a goal. I'm successful when I help one person. I'm successful when I make a new contact or a new friend. I got a message tonight from a girl that I helped who's not even on our team. I was communicating with her. I wanted her to be a coach on my team, but guess what? She has a friend. She has a Beachbody coach friend, but she came to me for advice on what she should do and who she should sign up with. And I was just honest with her. And I just said, you have to do the thing that's going to be best for you. Who are you going to be most loyal and committed to for yourself? And of course it's going to be her friend. But I told her, if she's not really showing you the ropes on the business, let me know, because I want to help you do that. But, this is really just about always being open to help someone better themselves, better their nutrition, better their fitness, better their health, and better their opportunities. All right, it says we have just a few minutes left. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Thanks for showing up, you guys. I mean, for 5 weeks, you've shown up. For most of the calls, I think I've seen some of these same names. So, you know, your commitment is appreciated on our end as coaches leading the group. And I hope that it's been worthy of your time. Some of the information that we've been able to pass on, hopefully we've motivated you in some way and encouraged you to keep going forward. Dig deep, remove the lid, and just really get uncomfortable. I mean, there's always a time where you're going to be uncomfortable. It's like nuts. You just don't ever conquer it all and feel great about it. There's always going to be self-doubt, and there's always going to be someone who plants some kind of seed. And do you let that seed grow? That's the question. Do you let that seed grow and deter you, or do you push it away? I had a coach that I talked to recently who, you know, was disappointed about something. And, you know, ultimately you can allow that disappointment to hinder who you want to be or where you want to take your business or achieving your goals and dreams, or you can just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Okay, you're disappointed. You know, someone said something, you know, it's their opinion. You know, what's that Rachel Hollis saying? Someone else's opinion of you is none of your business. The whole point in that is just so you let it go. I mean, that's someone else's opinion. Don't fight it. Just, you know who you are. You know what you're about. You know what you're after. Don't let someone else limit you. Don't let someone else's thoughts or whatever you think someone else is thinking. You have to really just push those off and keep moving forward. All right. Anybody want to do a selfie before we go for your stories? A group selfie? I'm not really good at these. I rely on my coach, Corey. She's really good and she always tags me. But if you guys want to do a boomerang, I'm trying to find mine right now. All right. Everybody want to wave, give a wave? I can even put it in the group if you want to. Okay, let's see. Anybody want to come on camera that maybe you're not on video yet? I see a little boy. Okay, who's ready? Okay, everybody wave. I'm going to try to take my phone out of it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, man, mine was bad. I was like looking here and here, let's try it again. Okay, I'll try to do a better job. I tell you, I'm not good at these. I'm spoiled. Take down this. Okay, one more time, guys. All right, give us a wave. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Make sure you watch the National Wake Up Call and go back and look for the link that I'm going to share with you in the Zoom post that I posted today. So if you're interested in setting up a group and you want to know how to post in preparation for that, this is a great training for you guys to listen to. Okay. Have a great night.